5:31, we start with this just in from New Mexico State Police. They are investigating a suspicious death along I-40. State Police tell us about 8 o'clock last night they were responding to a 911 call along I-40 just 6 miles west of the Route 66 casino. This is west of town. Police there say they found a dead man who was beaten badly, severe trauma. They are calling this a suspicious death and they are investigating. Right now, I-40 in the area is reduced to just one lane. We have a crew headed that way. We'll bring you details as soon as they become available. Again, I-40 west of town is reduced to one lane because of this death investigation.
All right, this morning, the weather going to be a big talker, especially later today. You just heard, get ready. Winter weather is rolling into parts of New Mexico.
That means you need to bundle up, your kids need to bundle up, and don't forget about your pets too. We're getting you prepared this morning, so we sent News 13, Samantha McDonald, out to the East Mountains. Now, Samantha, about a half hour ago, there were a couple of flakes falling. Are they still coming down?
Yeah, it's calmed down a little bit, Matt, but yes, there are still snowflakes falling. I'm a little cold. You definitely do not want your pets to freeze, but luckily we do have some tips for you to keep them warm during the winter. Reps from Animal Humane say make sure to give them proper shelter and bedding and give them access to the indoors. Young puppies should not be put outside since they don't warm up as quickly as older dogs. And as I said, get them some warm bedding. Also, when you groom your pets, only bathe and let them dry indoors to prevent hypothermia. And you can leave their hair long instead of shaving it.
The main thing is don't be afraid of the cold, just prepare for it, whether it's with dog clothing, jackets, or fleeces to keep them warm, and make sure that they've got lots of shelter that's warm with cozy bedding.
You can get some of those clothing items at the Animal Humane Thrift Shop on Manal Boulevard. And just make sure you keep those pets warm, guys. Back to you.
All right, without a doubt, make sure you keep people warm, including Samantha. Stay warm out there, stay safe. All right, we'll check back in with her coming up in a half hour, find out if the flakes are still falling. Don't forget, some dogs do a lot better with the cold outside than others do. Ones with thick coats, such as Huskies, they love the winter weather. Other ones with shorter hair get colder a lot quicker. All right, more legal wrangling now about a youth ranch for troubled teens in southern New Mexico. It's been making headlines for a week now.
Yeah, you know, yesterday it was Tierra Blanca battling it out in court with CYFD. The ranch's operator, Scott Chandler, is suing CYFD to prevent the agency from shutting the ranch down because of allegations that teens were abused there in the past. Chandler filed that suit before state police served a search warrant at the ranch on Friday and issued an Amber Alert saying almost a dozen teens were missing. Chandler's attorney says they were safe on a field trip and now wants part of the lawsuit to be changed, including this.
We will be asking the court to declare that Scott Chandler was acting with parental authority and that the parents that were working with him and who gave him the temporary guardianship were also acting with parental authority.
State police have called Chandler a person of interest in their investigation and want to talk with him, but haven't done that just yet. Happening now, the partial government shutdown lingers. The U.S. Senate leaders say they may be able to reach a deal soon.
Yeah, more than 2 weeks ago, Congress missed a deadline to pass a new budget to keep the government up and running. And if nothing is done today, it could miss another deadline tomorrow for the debt ceiling. The Treasury Department says tomorrow the U.S. will reach its debt limit, meaning it can't borrow any more money to pay its bills, putting the country at risk of defaulting on its loans.
This isn't what Russia is doing to us. This is not what China is doing to us. This is what the House of Representatives is doing to us.
Last night, Senate Democrats and Republicans worked on another bill that would avoid a default and possibly reopen the government. The House remains divided on that Senate plan and now has a plan of its own that would limit the Affordable Care Act that is Obamacare. That's the big deal the House has been talking about. Tea Party Republicans say they were not convinced the bill died before a vote. All right, at 5:35, how does a job in the field of broadcasting sound to you? A virtual job fair is going on right now with the New Mexico Broadcasters Association. And here at KRQE, we are hiring as well. We're looking for producers, photographers, and a digital media manager. A job fair goes until the 18th. For more information, very easy. Go to our website, krqe.com. Click on KRQE links. We'd love for you to join us.
A former Army captain receives the Medal of Honor for his bravery overseas. He rescued a man from New Mexico, and it was all caught on video. In 2009, Captain William Swenson was a trainer with the Afghan Border Police Unit, which was ambushed by the Taliban. With no helmet and no regard for his own safety, he dodged bullets to save wounded men. One of those men was Sergeant First Class Kenneth Westbrook of Shiprock, who was badly hurt. Now, video here shows Swenson and a medic load Westbrook into a chopper. Then Swenson kissed him on the forehead.
And then they see you kiss him.
I think I was trying to keep his spirits up at the time.
Did you say anything to him?
It's difficult to say anything over the din of a helicopter, but I'm sure I got some good words off to him. He seemed to appreciate them.
Westbrook died a month later from complications. His widow, Charlene, saw this video for the first time this past spring.
The first time I watched it, it was so emotional, and I cried. It was the hardest thing to watch.
4 U.S. Marines also died in that battle. Swenson left the Army in 2011 after a blistering letter to superiors about the lack of support that day. He recently asked permission to rejoin. You know, Swenson was the 6th living recipient of the Medal of Honor. The second one went to a Santa Fe native, Sergeant Leroy Petrie. In 2011, Petrie was honored for saving 2 buddies in Afghanistan 3 years earlier. Petrie lost a hand when he grabbed a live grenade and hurled it away as it went off. Wow, it's just amazing what our soldiers, they put their lives on the line, and they end up many times saving their fellow soldiers,
Without a
their
doubt,
fellow
they do.
comrades.
Thank them very much for their service. By the way, the superiors in that case with Captain Swenson were reprimanded quite harshly for not sending in reinforcements to help.